Hey everybody, how are you guys doing? I haven't been on in a while and I'm not making this video live. I feel like I do a little bit better when I don't go live, or this is just what God want me at right now. But I am in the park by where I live. This park that I'm always at. I'm taking pictures instead of turning the camera around. Really, Lakeisha? But if everybody can see. And I'm always here meditating, and all honestly thanking God that I'm on the land of the living. My skin has broken out. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm good. But and this park that I'm in is one of the places where I come for peace and meditation and to think better. You can hear God's voice anywhere you get to. In your own quiet and secret place, you can hear God's voice regardless. But out here, it seems like it gives me more clarity. God has big plans for this area, and I pray that He allow me to be a part of it. But today, I just come and want to speak with everybody. We have had a crazy couple of months, the last 5 or 6 months, and this year that God has called us to, that everyone in the beginning that we all was saying 2020 vision, seeing clearly. And God didn't, it wasn't exactly wrong with what everybody was prophesying and thinking and praying. He is giving us clear vision. It may not be the vision that we visualize, but it's clear vision on some things that's been going on. He's opening up some eyes. He's bringing some stuff to the light. And I know with this seeming crazy, we can just praise and thank Him for just being on the land of the living. Because a lot of people didn't make it to this day, to this hour, to this time, to even be able here to fight another day, to fight the good fight of faith. So with all that being said, I'm just really thankful. I had to leave out of my house. I was just like, it's peaceful there, but it was just something, come out to some air and think better. I just felt like, I know a lot of people are not okay. I know a lot of people are dealing with this situation, especially us as Christians and ambassadors for Christ. We have a tendency to look at what someone else is not doing. If that's not you, you haven't been in that situation, then let this pass you by. We have a tendency to look at what people are doing or not doing, and pretty much non-judging or judging, or however you want to call it, because we're not walking the walk. None of us are called to walk the same way. We are called to fight in different ways, and that's what God had to show me. And I posted something the other day. It's not personal, it's necessary. And that was, anything that God gives us is not only for us, it can help someone else. Best to believe somebody else is going through and maybe not bold enough or ready at that point to say, I'm going through, I'm not okay, that you can give them a word. And I have been able to use it for so many situations that's popped up in my head from the last 6 months. I can think about it now. It wasn't personal, it was necessary. And I learned what a Rhema word was a few months back. Rhema word, I might not be saying it right, but God had already gave me mine. And for most of us that don't know something to focus on whenever everything is going crazy, God gives you that one word to stay focused on, to keep you on the straight and narrow, to not get off track. Focus on that one word that He gave you. Maybe it's several words. For me, the beginning of the year, it was focus. My Rhema word to focus on was focus. No matter what comes at you, no matter what doors close, no matter what pandemic hit, no matter what chaos and craziness that's going on in the nation, you stand firm in who I've called you to be. And don't move ahead of me, because you stand a chance to abort the mission or to give birth prematurely, and then we're going to have some more issues. So stay focused, stay planted, stay in position, stay connected to me, who is the source, and the resources are endless. So it's not personal, it's necessary. But what we have to understand is, if people don't know the necessity of why things are happening, or the necessity of what they purpose for or what they call for, then they're gonna take it personal. They're gonna get offended. See, God not looking at them who don't know their purpose, who don't know Him, who's ignorant to some things. He's looking at us that's praying and fasting and meditating on His word, then out here acting like we don't understand that this is necessary, that there was a plan attached to our lives when we were born, and there was a purpose. And if we keep letting everything that somebody say and do get us off track, that we will abort the mission. We will never walk out our purpose. Nothing will ever be manifested for us. We will never make the change. Again, he told me, be the change that you want to see in others. And we all have to do that. Be the change we want to see in our kids. Be the change we want to see in our churches. Be the change we want to see in our nation, in our world. Be what you want to see. Now, that's what he told me. I don't know about what he told nobody else. My daddy gets on to me. He chastises me. I don't care what you call him. He's my father. He's my Abba. He's my daddy. Elohim. He is my daddy. And he gets on to me. And that's some chastising I want, because I want different. I don't want to be the same. I'm not judging what you feel about what's going on out here. I know it's unfair, and it's some grave injustice. And if I'm going to do something about it, I have to not take it personal. I have to know that it's necessary for some things to come out. Things had to happen, and I can go deeper because I am learning. Had to happen in order for these situations to go. Everything. Jesus had a purpose. Jesus had a purpose, and that's another thing God has been telling me. It was not personal. It was necessary. And he told me, he been on me about 3 people. Jesus called them 12 disciples, and they had to walk with him. It was a teaching lesson. It was something that he had to bring them through and walk with him. So he knew he is all-knowing, all-powerful, almighty. So he knew that he would be betrayed. He knew that he would be doubted, and he knew that he would be denied. But he did not let that deter him from what his mission was. He did not let it. Like, I just put this in what we would do around here, calling around and saying, man, do you know this nigga Thomas doubting me, knowing who I am, seeing that I done did all these miracles? What I need him on my team for? See, because that's how we do. We call around and we tell everybody, oh, this nigga Peter, I got him on my team. And yeah, this is how I'm talking. Take it how you want to take it. This is how I feel like we do, because that's what we call around to do. This nigga Peter, he gonna deny me 3 times. All the stuff he done seen me do, he done been rolling with me. He's supposed to be my boy. What if Jesus would have did that? Oh, and Judas. Oh, let's knock this fool off. Because see, he powerful enough to take Judas out. But if he didn't do it, because he knew the mission was so important, that all of this had to play out the way it had to play out. And there was a lesson in the blessing in continuing, in not taking it personal. And that's what we have to do. Their finances are bad. It's necessary. It's not personal. It's not, oh, whoa, it's me. Why my finances bad? God is trying to teach you something in the midst of that. Learn the budget. What you're doing. What's happening that you're in this position? Because I said that you could have overflow. I said that you could have all things. So what is happening that your finances messing up? It's not personal. It's necessary to teach us something. It's necessary for people to dislike us. It's necessary for people to not believe in us and to doubt us. It's necessary for people to deny us. And them same people that doubt you and deny you, God gonna bless you in front of them, and that you still gonna have to work with them. Because that don't make them bad people, because they don't know what you don't even know about yourself. That God is trying to teach you about yourself. That they denying something. The fact that you on your knees and you already know who God has called you to be, and you praying and you fasting and you believing on it, you are accountable for taking it so seriously and so personal. I'm not saying don't take it seriously, because you fighting a war. And he's equipping you for it. To put this full armor on, you can't be out here with the fellow people that you want to fight with, battling against them because they don't believe in the way you believe. TD Jakes said it best about the constituents, the 3 of them. That people are in your life on purpose. Sometimes y'all fighting the same battle, but y'all don't even like each other. Fight the good fight for the purpose of God. You're supposed to love each other, but we're not going to always get along and get that done the right way. But there was a purpose for it. Just like I say, what if Jesus, we're created in his image to be like him, but we don't want to be like him when we got to take some doubters. We got to take some people that don't believe, and that you might make a difference in their life if you finish the course. If you fight the good fight and you push forward. So when God told me it's not personal, it's necessary, I'm trying to take it for everything in my life. I don't want to get offended. Something happened today. I promise you, I just left the car there. I left it there. It's not personal, it's necessary. Came home, got me a breather, sat in the park. I'm going to go back and get it. But I'm not going to let it stay. I'm not going to take things personal Solomon said it best. Life is mere vapor. I have no control over these things. And if I react all crazy, nothing will never get done. God wants to know that you're going to trust him in the storms. You're going to trust him no matter what it looks like. And I trust that man with everything in me. I get upset sometimes. He said that you will get angry, but do not sin. I'm trying my best not to sin through my anger. But in that, I got to understand that it's not personal. It's necessary. God is a good, good Father. No, I'm not perfect, but I'm striving to be a better me every day because his plan for me is greater. And I can't get there by looking at what you did and what you said and how you doing and how you feel about me. I'm sorry. Or you know what's best for me. Sometimes we feel like we know what's best for people. We don't even know what's best for ourselves. Come on, hello, Lakeisha. No, my plan, I know what he's shown me. And it's not going to come into fruition by me fighting every battle that I know that I can't win. Because I'm going to know when to fold and when to go in. Or however you say it. Know when to hold and know when to fold. This is another thing that God gave me. And it's so, so awesome. This thing is to me, it's not a game out here. This is serious. I've never played chess, but I hear them people say checkmate all the time. And what God has been showing me, checkmate, baby. It's my move. Don't abort the mission. Don't go out too soon. Don't go ahead of me. Do not abort the mission. Stay in line the way it is. Premature birth, we know how that is. It causes things to have to be held back for too long, or it causes problems. It can even cause you not to even be able to finish what God has called you to do. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get ahead of my God, and I don't want to lag behind. That means I have to listen. I have to stay connected to the source. Then resources are endless, and the resources is not just finances. That peace about it. Everything with God gets peaceful, and understanding that when you connected to the source, you have to disconnect from some things, some people, some things, some relationships, some jobs, whatever. But listening to him, he will let you know what you're supposed to connect to and what you're not supposed to connect to. And again, we're all called to be leaders. But if you're gonna think on these things and think on the good things and speak life into situations, if I'm called to be a leader, I need to start acting like it before I step into the position. If I already know what God has called me to do, that doesn't mean I'm better, but I need to think like that. So would a leader react to every small thing, or would they be planning and pushing towards purpose because the people behind them are watching? So we can't go in every situation, in every place. And God just confirmed that with me. Like I'm okay with sitting at this park thinking, where would I be 5 years ago? Who would have ever thought this is what I'd rather be doing, sitting in the park by my home, watching people fish, praying, talking to God, and thanking him, instead of being out there doing God knows what. We have to be the change that we want to see in our families, in our community, in our nation, in our children, in the people that don't like us. Be that change. That doesn't mean we have to accept. But we need to teach our children how to war in this thing properly, in the right way. We do. God is so awesome. I love you guys. God bless. God bless. God bless.